Oh, you don't mind me raiding this?
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that.
Room is as familiar. That would be impressive. I appreciate that they don't mind me stealing their shit. That was worth so much coin. You know, this wallpaper, I can't decide if it's hideous or not. I feel as if it could be okay if it wasn't faded and torn.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which, Wallace, please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
It's hideous. I would need to see a non-faded copy. I'm gonna steal your shit now. It's okay, right? Thanks for the coin. I will close the door, though. Because I have manners, speaking of. Stomp, 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 stomp. Hi, how's it going, Wallace? That is not up to code. What are you doing?
I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me.
Cecilia?
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right.
Deja vu. Well, I mean, I have been here, so that makes sense, but... Still haven't even talked to that guy yet. Or whoever I'm supposed to. I'll go do that. I wouldn't raid you, Pierre. Woman. No. Oh, Piero said.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there is a terrible mess.
Fine. Series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy, an aim I did not choose if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect, elegant in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. It is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variance in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that it only works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the... Is that the thing that bit me? That bit me? In the Wren Haven River. I'm just selling everyone's shit at once. There's so many. Patty quesadilla. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals and crystal? King Sparrow feathers. If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else. So you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they are absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. So many vices. Recent book detailing Sokolov's machines. Of the advantages of Sokolov's technology. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman, or even the lower guardsmen of the city watch, can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's design is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. And you want me to go get one of these things? I'll wait, I'll hold it. You can... Okay. I am my favorite. 3 files in a row. 4, technically. 1, 2, 3, 4. God damn it. Sorry, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Debt counter responsibilities. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the debt counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers. Oh no. Do they cry blood or do they just cry? We'll see. In common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. Whale vivisection. Notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 feet in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found row upon row of teeth, and baleen. I think that's an A. I really can't tell. Baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Have any plans to stream RE7? Yes, I'll be doing that. That is happening. Am I drinking too? Had a drink earlier. Talking about a human, that would have been significantly worse. Whale oil processing. Excerpt from The Founder of the Greaves Whale House by Ebenezer Greaves Scrooge. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. The buoys keep the whales from diving deep. Once it's caught, a large hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. This is terrible. Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in his place, or in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly, for once.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
I don't mind the presence of the files. Generally, I just don't want to bore you all by having to sit here and read it. Like, I love that they put so much thought into everything. So I shouldn't throw this. What if I trip down all these stairs?
Perfect. Now plug it in.
Have a good night, Allie.
Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
It's 30 per one. That's fine, I guess. Sure.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon.
Tell me how to live my life.
While you can. Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Gonna look for popcorn again. Good luck. Interesting. This feels so heavy. It's strange. At least I have a way to get there. Or at least I thought I did. Wait, I do. Perhaps not, never mind.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
I read that. Literally two files on top of each other because books. Quick save it. Tempting. Have I played this before? I played for about 4 hours back when it released and didn't touch it since, or haven't touched it since. I don't really remember much, so this is, for all intents and purposes, a blind playthrough. Which should be in the title. Title is important. I put a lot of thought in the titles. No, I don't. And I didn't even add the blind part that was mashed. Shadow on Bitterleaf. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face towards me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. Oh, jeez.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district.
The state of pure abject horror. Or the Avatar state, I like that too. The young Prince of Tivia. I keep wanting to say Tyria because of Guild Wars. Theater play. Oh, hey. Lord Nathan Boyle. No, Bale. That is an A, isn't it? Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir, clothed so in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tivian. Prince Callister, moving closer. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. Lord Nathan Bale, stammering, studying the younger man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. Prince Callister, smiling coyly, reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I have proven, I have developed an affinity for you and your family. Lord Nathan Bale, gasping. Oh my, Callister, your skin is so warm, it burns.
Due to risk of infectious contact, violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
Have you played them before, Forkai? He thinks I'm still in the room. How cute. A lusty Argonian. Oh no. Jack. Maybe there was a way. My eyes are burning. But I don't know why. Plan, thank you. Thank you so much for playing this game and caring about the lore. This is my favorite game. I try to be my best. That is... I love it. I'm going to put this poster above my bed. I saw that, Atticus. Congratulations. Did I? God damn it. The fan fiction burned my eyes. Somewhere else. I've been acting strangely all day. I need to go see an optometrist. Although I should really... First I need to get on getting new health insurance before I do that. Because I believe... I actually need to do that soon. What's today's date? The 11th. Yeah, I'll do that within the next couple of days. Alright, this nonsense. Go with MGS2 for a guy. Doesn't get enough love.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead.
The
Precious
shithead.
daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power. My gift to you. Come find me.
This is not at all what I signed up for. Also, Grand Admiral Feb, thank you. Or is it Grand Admiral the B? welcome. You did the thing with Twix Prime. I appreciate it. Fast and stealthy, forward dash through the world. Move upward, but the distance is reduced. Okay, so now we have our mobility. Oh, that's rude. I love letters like this, though. Or just this kind of fuckery. New note added to your journal. Oh, I just barely made it. Hey, what's this? Stop ruining the paintings, please. Corvo, I'm very sad. They say that you're dead like Mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I don't believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. You, sir. Are you the same person? Because you have the same terrifying face and the stupid haircut. Have a good nap, Para. This is really... Okay, so it's an instant thing. Can I choke him? They're brothers. Brother of light and the brother of dark, apparently. Hope you don't mind me stepping all over your Civil War reenactment. Fine. Can I just knock that away? These spires remind me of the husks from Mass Effect. How do I feel about him gesture? I think it's underrated. I enjoy it. It does get a bit preachy at times, but I can still appreciate it.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands.
What does that mean? A living what?
You will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes. no matter how they may be hidden.